skanky leg, Amy, the skanky leg. Stanky, not skanky, that's something completely different. We are excited to welcome you on in. Anything can happen on the Friday night show. The one thing that we know for certain is that this is your last chance at our best buy of the day. 9,000 plus have been ordered today of our AT&T award-winning home phones. A lot of us have our home phones from 1993, 1987, 1999. They're broken, we've got tape holding the battery cover on. Some of us got a little antenna, an aerial. Many of us were on the phone. Say that again, it's too crackly, too much interference. We are really thrilled tonight to introduce the next generation of home phones. These are home phones that will last longer with extraordinary battery life, that will go further. You can be at the mailbox in the yard. You'll get better range than you've ever had before. Safer from hackers with DECT 6 technology and with features that really is driving everybody wild. Robocalls, soliciting calls, nuisance calls, scam calls. There's billions of them, literally 2.4 billion. This is a phone system with built-in call blocker. The calls from your ex, we can block them. The calls from that IRS scammer, we can block them. Normally we charge $100 for a call blocker by itself. Tonight it's included, plus something else. This has Call Connect in terms of cellular connection. So this becomes your new cell phone. When you walk through the front door at home, this will link up to your cell phone, and then when your phone rings, all the phone rings. Many of us, when we're on our cell phone, when Amy and I are chatting for hours on end and my phone starts to feel like it's been microwaved, with this, it's an easier, more comfortable way to be on the phone. Let me give you the options because they're rushing us along already. Folks, you can, oh, forget about it. Why even bother? Amy!
Oh, I was just running through to grab stuff. And I figured when they went to that shot, I could do it.
Flyby. I have 275 left in blue. So we'll be calling the blue sold out in the first 5 minutes. Beautiful colors, contrast blue with the white. You cannot go wrong. This is one of 5. You get 5 handsets. The other color option is rose gold. Our best seller this evening is rose gold. This is very important what I'm about to say. When you order in the system, it's called copper. Don't ask questions, we don't know why. But it's rose gold. Lowest price ever. $99, 5 flex pay, free shipping, the only one of the year. I have the older version of the AT&T phones and I love them. This has more features than mine has. If you are fed up and tired of struggling along with that old home phone, Bill, a lot of us hold on to them for years.
Well, that's just it. It works, so we settle for it.
We make do.
Exactly. But we're also settling for the crackling. We're not settling for high definition audio, because at the end of the day, we want to hear the grandkids. We want to hear those phone calls and voicemails, but we also have now settled for those annoying robocalls.
Yes.
As you saw, 2.4 billion calls, not just in a year, but every month.
Ridiculous.
Are going out there. That's why, you know, it happens like prevalent right around dinner time. It's 1, 2, 3, or 4 calls. And yes, there are other phones out there that have a call block button, but it might block 10, 50, maybe 100 numbers. This will block 1,000 numbers, but more importantly, what AT&T has done is they've made it progressive. They've made it proactive. So all of a sudden, when those calls come in, they don't even ring the house. So I'm gonna try to actually set this up so I can ring our set of phones right over here. So what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna unlock my phone right here. Okay, so I'm gonna pretend to be a robocall. I'm calling the house, and what you're gonna hear and notice is that the phones aren't gonna ring.
You blocked the robot.
Well, hello, calls to this number are being screened by Smart Call Blocker.
So
please state your name after the tone.
That robot
then press
has
pound.
to state their name.
Looks very suspicious.
So that robot can't do that. The robocalls can't do it. So guess what? They never ring through to the home phones. It says that they're being screened, but it never bothers you. It never rings. You never have to get up. You never do that hello, because it's doing it proactively. And the setup for that system is so simple. AT&T prides themselves on easy setup because, let's be real, if it was complicated, we wouldn't take advantage of that feature. And there's even US-based customer support with AT&T. And we don't do AT&T here a lot. It's been over a year since our last today's special with them, and I too had the older version. I gave it to my mother, and actually I love this story. So I went over for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I set it up in her house. She didn't even know the difference because I just did it real quick. It was really easy. And then guess what? Through Thanksgiving dinner and the holidays, the robocall stopped.
Yeah.
Through the election season, the robocall stopped.
Peace.
And the other night, I called her. She didn't answer her cell phone.
She blocked you.
So I'm probably right. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try the landline, which I never call, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna give it a go. She all of a sudden, she forgot the landline phone was even there. She's like, I never hear that phone ring anymore. So she figured it was important, and so she picked it up.
Right.
And that's what we want. If the phone's gonna ring, we wanna know it's an important call on the other end, not an annoying call, and that's what smart call blocking will do. And that's just one of the amazing features.
Couple of questions answered. Amy brought it up last hour, but it's so important. Any phone can go on any base.
Right.
Watch the phone, any phone, they all work on every single base. This is your digital answering machine in there as well. Every phone has this individually tiled key, so it's easy to dial without misdialing.
It almost magnifies them as well.
It really does. I'm glad you said that because it does. It makes it easy. Then you've got the beautiful bright white illumination on the back of the screen, and it's light and easy on the ear. If you want blue, I have 150, folks. So we are obviously thrilled that this is going to sell out. This is if there's even one left come midnight, the price goes back up. Make tonight the night that you upgrade your home phones to home phones that truly are easy and a joy to use. So you can spend hours on the phone talking to your daughter and not have to move around to try and find where it's less crackly or worry, because I always lose phones. So, you know, you kind of lose it down the back of the sofa.
There's a button for that, by the way.
You can find it with these. This has a longer battery life, so even when you do find it, it's still gonna have juice in it. I love the fact that with these, you have features that make life better. Folks, we all know somebody who has perhaps been the victim of a scam caller, somebody who was given their credit card details, somebody who has been scared because of a robocall, or somebody who was called who shouldn't have, and has, you know, lulled us into a false sense of security. This phone system, the first ever at HSN at this price point, has extraordinary call blocker technology built in. For that reason alone, if we were to stop there, if we were to put a full stopper period at the end of this presentation and say the call blocker alone is worth upgrading, it would be true. Nobody's saying you can't buy home phones for $99. You can. Every store in America has home phones for $99, but it'll be a handset, maybe 2 or 3, not 4 or 5 like you get here, and certainly not with call blocker built in, and with our ConnecttoCell technology. That is going to be a game changer for you tonight. Okay, so here, guys, I'm just going to show it one last time before it's gone. We have 130 left in blue. 130 left in blue. If you want blue, and again, this is a very handsome color. Beautiful, very popular. It's blue with white, with the silver contrast. It looks gorgeous. So final 130 in the blue. How many sold so far today, Steve, in total? Was it 8,000, 9,000? I think it was around 9,000. So over 9,000 now. This is nearly 10,000, I'm being told. This is the rose gold. It is our #1 seller this evening. Amy, I know, went wild over the rose gold. In the system, when you order, don't be confused. This is what we're calling copper, but it is rose gold. Bill, it looks better than any other phone, and it performs better.
And they made those colors just for us here at HSN. And that performance does matter. The big thing is the robocalls and the better clarity of audio.
And that range.
But we're not done there. Right. Unsurpassed range. And we haven't even talked about how it connects to your cell phone. So that unsurpassed range, yes, it beats other AT&T phones, but 45% more range than other home phones on the market. What you're gonna see right here, he just took a telephone call on his cell phone, but on that handset.
Yes.
She's on the same handset, but on the phone with her sister. So him and her, husband and wife, could be on the same phone system, but 2 different phone calls.
That's crazy.
You can still talk to your voice assistant because it connects back to your cell phone. We haven't gotten into that too much, which we're gonna show you. You have that landline that is now blocked. That nuisance call in the middle of dinner, the barbecue, it's not gonna ring because it pre-screens the call. If it's a known caller or someone who even, you know, calls once a year to, you know, the dentist calls twice a year, right? He can get past the system because it's a human that they will identify themselves. But that's the convenience of that. Personally, I don't even have a landline.
Right.
I'm a cell phone household. You and Chelsea probably have a cell phone, right?
We do, but we have the landline as well.
See,
Yeah.
so this will work for you as well.
Yeah.
This works for everyone because what I do is you can pair your cell phone to the base. And what does that mean? Every time I walk in the house with my cell phone, I can put it next to the base, and now if I have dead zones and my cell phone rings, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna ring all of my landlines.
Yes.
So I leave my cell phone here, but it's gonna ring in the bedroom, it's gonna ring in the office, it's gonna ring in the garage, it's gonna ring in the man cave. I don't have to carry it around with me. And remember, with that voice assistant, I can actually ring back to my phone from all different corners of the house. That's just one cell phone. This pairs with 2 cell phones. So imagine it's your cell phone, imagine it's your wife's cell phone,
Yep.
you're taken care of. Then you even have your landline. So Chelsea's on one call,
Yep.
you're on another call, and then, no, Henry's the dog.
As Harry.
That's Harry. That's Harry's the dog, right. Oliver is on the other phone line. So perfect example. I'm getting a call on my cell phone. I'm not gonna miss it because I can pick it up right over here. Hello, this is HSN. Who's?
Hey, Bill, it's Peyton.
Hey, Peyton. Sorry, we're actually in the middle of the show. Can we call you back in a little bit?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't know.
Oh,
Okay.
that's okay. That's okay. Have a good night.
Okay, have a good show.
Cheers. And
You've upset Peyton now.
well, we'll call her back.
You call it to be nice.
We'll totally call. But you know what? She called me on the cell phone.
Yeah.
I didn't miss the call. And that's the added value because there's times where, you know, probably Chelsea just calls the cell phone.
Yes.
You don't answer? Guess
Yes.
what? It will ring throughout the house. It will find you, and that's where you're finding a grandparent, you're finding I find my mom, because if I ring the cell phone, it can ring throughout the house.
If you want blue, 95, guys, 95 left if you want the blue. The other version, the best seller tonight is the copper, which is obviously rose gold, so we're excited about that. You are gonna feel so fancy schmancy having 5 handsets, let me tell you. For so many of us, you decide, okay, we'll put one maybe in the kitchen and one in the living room. But then when you're in the bedroom and the phone rings, now with 5 handsets, we're gonna put them around the house. One in the kitchen, one in the office, one in the bedroom, maybe even one in the guest room. You've got that wonderful option of having the house full with phones where you need them. God forbid there's an emergency, now there's a phone right there. Easier, simpler, award-winning technology from AT&T. Our once-a-year annual tradition of doing a Today's Special is coming to an end. We are virtually sold out at this stage, 95% sold out of the entire quantity. So thank you for that. Every Today's Special during the birthday month has to be big, has to be superstar status, and that's what this is. More handsets than ever, better quality than ever, exclusive colors, and the option and ability to be able to buy into something that makes life better. Folks, when you buy these phones, say goodbye to the robocalls. When you buy these phones, say goodbye to the solicitors, to the scam callers. When you buy these phones, say goodbye to the disturbances. When you get these phones into your home, it's not going to be another day of answering that strange number and having to make an excuse, well, not now, or I'm sorry, or putting the phone down. No more. No more. No more. It won't happen. These have the call blocker technology. You're looking at over 375,000. Look at this in terms of robocall complaints per month. I know you struggle with them, as we have all struggled with them. Your home phone system inevitably does not have the technology to block that ridiculous volume of crazy scam calls that are coming through every year. This will do it for you. So for that reason, it's worth it. Okay, guys, we have now 3 dozen left in blue. So I won't even really bother talking about the blue again. So thank you for your orders in the blue. This is going to be your copper in the system, but it is rose gold. That's rose gold. We are officially limited quantity. With everybody on the phone line, we have now fewer than 500 left in our rose gold copper. So please take advantage. It's on 5 FlexPay. It's free shipping and handling. Bill, it's been a wonderful day. It's been an exciting day. It's, in many ways, the simple things in life, like a new set of home phones, that can make such a big difference.
Well, that's just it. And a lot of times people are like, oh, it's too complicated.
Yeah.
I want to show you, AT&T's made it very user-friendly. So when you get it home, it asks you to put the time and the date in, but also then it's going to take you through the smart call blocking procedure with a voice guide. I mean, Adam, I think you and I have been very, sometimes we skip out on the manual.
Yes.
But
This voice guide will assist you with the basic setup of smart call blockers.
it talks you through the process.
Love it.
So, I mean, it couldn't be any simpler for you to set it up to not get those call blocks. I mean, even if you got it home for 30 days and tried it and went 30 days without a robocall, you would be ever so grateful.
What's going on over there? Amy Morrison, what are you doing? Wait, what was going on with the robot?
I don't know.
Oh, he's
Playing with
dancing.
the robot.
He's trying to make a call. Nobody's answering his call. I don't know. And I'm just turning Robo off. Look at him.
The artificial intelligence is out of control. They're taking over
He
the
is.
world.
And my remote's not working properly.
But you know what? He's not calling our house.
Hey, you know what I thought of something? I'm gonna block him. That's enough. You know what I thought of? How many times does the phone ring? You can hear your cell phone downstairs on the charger and you're upstairs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This happens to me all the time and I'm like, oh no, my phone. And then I go running down the stairs, hopefully I don't fall.
Yeah.
And then just to try and answer the phone, but now I can have them all throughout my house.
Yes.
And that's just it. We pay for that cell phone, but it's one cell phone, and it doesn't ring throughout the house. Remember the days with our landline?
Yeah.
Oh, it would ring throughout the house.
Sure.
How convenient was that? But cell phones can't do that. Now it can, because just like Amy was talking about, it's downstairs in the kitchen, you're in the bath, getting ready for work.
Yeah.
It's ringing, it's ringing. It's like, but I'm here and it's there. Now it's everywhere.
I suppose in essence it's this. It's as simple as you want it to be. If you just want a home phone that's extremely good quality and clarity, great range and battery life, you got it. But if you don't, she's wrestling with that robot, but if you want a phone that can bring you smart features, this can do it as well. This can, as Bill said, as Amy said, connect to your cell phone. So if your cell phone rang, all the phones would ring. Let's go to the phones in our final 5 minutes. We're about to hit. Okay, if you want the rose gold copper, we now have fewer than 400. Blue, there's a dozen left. Jane in Missouri. Jane, welcome to HSN. You're with Amy, Bill, and Adam. How are you tonight?
I'm terrific. How are you?
Oh, we're good. Jane, talk to us. You're a little bit low. We're going to turn Jane up. Jane, have you just bought our today's special?
I bought it, but I also bought it a year ago.
Oh. So you're familiar with smart call blocking?
Right, and I wanted to mention a couple things about what I liked about the system because I have used it now for a year.
Please.
And then also I had a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. I can't quite hear you, but so the things I like about I love the smart call block.
Yes. Mhm.
That's wonderful. And I don't know if this system does it, but my system actually says, this is Alice Smith calling. Does this system do that too?
It does not announce it like that, but it actually will come up on the screen.
Yeah. Jane, did we lose Jane?
Oh.
Jane? Well, I hope that answered the question, Jane. Indeed, it will come up on the screen, so you'll
Correct.
be able to see it there, which is a great feature, right, Bill?
And the thing is, it is great because that screen is brighter and more visual, so it is easier to see the numbers as they come in. And remember, even this little jewel tone element on each number, it acts almost like a magnifying glass, so it makes it pop. Because you know, how many times does it still say, you want to dial C-H-A-T?
Yes.
I'm like, where's the C? Where's the A? And that's where it's just easy for you to connect and easy for you to set it up. Because if it was complicated, I get it might not be worth it for everyone, but when it's so simple to come right down here, you're like, how do I connect my cell phone? It's too complicated. I won't lie, like the system Jane had, she probably had to go into the settings and do it that way. Right here, you just go to the button right in front, you hold down the cell 2 button or cell 1 for 4 seconds, you're gonna hear a beep, and then what do? You go to your Bluetooth on your smartphone, and all of a sudden, when you go to Bluetooth, it's gonna pop up on there, before I'm even done talking, AT&T, boom. And now it's gonna be paired. So every time I bring this cell phone within 30 feet of the base station, it's now gonna ring throughout the house. Yeah. So again, like Amy was talking about, she's upstairs getting ready, but the cell phone's ringing downstairs. It rings throughout the house. Another thing I appreciate about this, so I've been there, I've been at the desk and I'm like, oh, my cell phone's far away. I forgot the number, or it's not in my directory, which by the way, when you link to your cell phone, it'll take your directory of phone numbers and import them. Which is brilliant. So I can come right down here to my voice button. I can actually talk back to my cell phone. I can place a telephone call. I can actually send a text message from my landline, just waiting to hear the beep. And as soon as I hear the beep, did the beep? I think I hit the right button. Let's see if I can try it again. But I hit the beep and I can actually place that text messages because it'll activate with my cell phone. Actually, I'm using the blue one. It's sold out. That's why it's not working.
You see?
We'll fix that. Yeah.
Folks, it's the end of the day. We are now 5 minutes away from our final jackpot surprise item of the night. So stick around. Forever Fragrant by Joy Mangano at a crazy price while supplies last. I hope you get these. I think for so many of us, we have had and held on to our home phones for way too long, way too long. They're broken, they're cracked, the screen is small, the battery cover is hanging off, we've got tape around it, there's an aerial and antenna. We struggle along trying to hear, what did you say? This is DECT 6 technology, so the clarity, it's crystal clear. The range, we're going upstairs, we're going downstairs, we're going out by the mailbox, we're going out into the yard, and it gives us that wonderful range. But above and beyond that, there are features in this phone system that will help protect you and your family and your loved ones. Call blocking is essential in this day and age. It is dangerous if these nuisance callers can get through. You'll be able to block them. Instead of spending $100 on a separate device, it is built into this for the first time as our today's special. Plus, as Bill so wonderfully demonstrated, this ConnecttoCell, it means that this can become your new cell phone if you want it to. It will connect to your cell phone while you're in your house. So the convenience is wonderful. In these final 4 minutes before we say goodbye to this for another year, if you were ever going to buy new home phones, it would be tonight. I want to invite you to shop with FlexPay. It brings it home for $20. Plus free shipping and handling, which means you get it straight away, easily and simply. If you want to return it, you have till the end of, 30 days, rather, the end of 30 days to do that without no quibble, of course, as we are famous for here on HSM. Bill, in terms of setup, what do I need to know when I first get it home?
Well, literally, you put it together, you put the batteries in and all of that, and then you plug each one of these auxiliary satellite stations in. All it needs is just power.
Yeah.
And this is the only one that goes to your landline wall jack or, telephone jack.
Yes.
If you use a landline in the house.
Right.
You set up the phone number, or set up the date and all that. It's easy and convenient. Like the voice guide takes you through it. And easy to set up 1 or 2 cell phones as well, which I think is just phenomenal. But more importantly, it's that robocall, that smart call blocking feature. Only AT&T offers that. Other ones, you have to answer the phone and hello, and then it's like, oh, I don't want that number. Then block it. And just by answering that hello, they've already known that there's a live person on the other end of that phone number.
You said that.
And then they still keep calling. So I'm gonna illustrate again how this works. I'm gonna be that robocall. I'm calling the house. It's gonna ring on my end, or on the robot's end, but it's ringing, but it's not ringing the house.
To this number are being screened by smart call blocker.
So it's not getting
Please
through.
say your name after the tone.
I can say my name because I'm a human, but being a robot, I cannot say my name. It's Uncle Bill. So I just said who it was. So guess what? Because it was a human on the other end of the line, when my home phone rings, it's worth getting up off the couch.
Sure.
It's worth looking at the screen and seeing, okay, I want to take this call. Or it's worth just sending it to voicemail. But more importantly, if it was that robot, if it was that delayed response type of call, it's not going to ring the house.
I mean, that is, I think, for so many of us, just a godsend.
And it's easy, and that's just it. It's not, how do I learn this technology? It's so obtainable to just set it up and have it done. And then enjoying the aspect of, adding a cell phone, because we all use our homes a little differently. Because, you could be on that phone right over there, because you're actually calling on your cell phone.
Yeah.
I could be on this phone, same set of home phones, on my cell phone, and then Chelsea could be on that line as well, my wife or whomever. So it becomes a 3-line set in your house, or it becomes a 2-line set in your house. You can talk back to your phone, because this is the demo I was trying to do earlier. I'm gonna try it one more time before we run out of time. I hit my voice button. I can talk to my landline phone over here, but it's connected to my cell phone, so I get the beep. Send a text message to mom. I'm gonna send a text message from my landline phone. Have a great weekend.
Your message to mom says, have a great week.
Can you send text messages from your landline? No. Can you from this set? You sure can. Get it home, play with it, set it up, see how easy it is. Hear how easy and much brighter everything is because you've upgraded.
It is the last $100 you'll spend on home phones for many, many, many years, folks. More phones means more freedom, one in every single room in the house. The joy of having these features, and Bill did the most wonderful job showing all of these things off. It's as simple as you want it to be. It's as smart as you need it to be. And remember, even down to its basic level, it's beautiful. This is the copper rose gold, which has the beautiful backlit display, individually tiled keys, easy to use. So folks, thank you for all of your orders. Blue, there's less than 10 left.
Wow.
In the copper rose gold, in the system you're ordering it as copper, but it is rose gold. If there is even one left at midnight, the price goes up. They're telling us a couple hundred, that's all. Amy, I believe you actually have our robocallers standing by, don't you? Oh, there's the robocall. Yes. Well, this has been the culprit tonight, but actually, he's a friendly robot, Bill. He's our best-selling toy from our Christmas in July event. You can buy the boy or the girl. He is so fun.